Would that make Gustav Jackie Kennedy?
I guess so.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I should sit behind you or if I should sit in the fourth spot on the, or like behind right side. What is optimal before we breach?
Honestly, anything sucks. I'm gonna keep it real.
I guess.
We take those though. That spot, by the way, we went to is not that playable, but it was like a last resort thing. It was not easy.
Calls for desperate measures.
Indeed.
Whoa,
You got a few kills as well. You had a few, right, Romero?
Yeah, I got 3.
2. Nice.
I got 2.
Yeah, Soccer
You got
goes
2
in.
as well?
Yeah.
Damn. Unfortunate 10 or something, right? Yeah,
10,
I was-
11. I stopped counting
10,
off
10,
the
11, yeah. It was something like that.
Who won?
Now,
We're allowed to check the
saying that-
Yeah, if all of us are dead, you're allowed to go check.
Yeah, it's over, and it's over already, right?
Yeah, should be.
I'm just
Next
along
lobby
for
is
the
up.
ride. I'm watching with you guys. We have no extra info on the map, so surprised,
calling it.
maybe more of a watching.
That's not a good default.
Well, I mean, top 3 is pretty good.
We thought we were
pretty
doing
good.
did well, and
First game, honestly, okay? You take it?
Yeah, but dude, I felt that lag though.
What's the
Going out
lighting
of the
difference?
car
It's the
and
same
into the car.
room.
My god.
I mean, could you feel the FPS as well when there's this many people alive?
Yeah, I was gonna say, the FPS felt the worst. It was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
terrible.
I had like 100 FPS, I think.
Also, I think I've realized why the game used to feel so weird. Like, it used to be always that if you crash into like a fence or something, the car spasms for a second. I think this is just like, what's it called? There's a specific effect for this. Like, if you're high ping, the game tries to project what you're gonna do before you actually send the info, so you just tweak.
I think
it's tessellation or some shit.
With a lot more loot. And
Game 2 is up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe some people.
Try not to
and
leak
it's
that
first
password now,
person
for them.
perspective as well. So
Right.
hopefully some people have.
Unless I'm just way darker now. This doesn't make sense though.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
You doing the same colors?
Oh my god, this password, man. Jesus Christ. They really upped their security here.
Yeah, let me hide my screen.
Okay, it saved the time.
I
That's
expect you to
good.
knock both of the guys in the house. We would have pulled up then.
Yeah, if I didn't get knocked out of the car, I would have fucked them up. You know it.
100%. 100%.
100%.
Holy shit, yeah, they did up there. Game.
Yeah, it wasn't QWERTY anymore.
No. This one's gonna be unguessable, surely.
Oh my god. I better not leak my
If someone
location.
gets this password, honestly, they deserve to just play the game.
Yeah.
Which integrated ads are A?
Yeah, they can have my spot as well then.
Team 6. Alright, I'm gonna take a piss break.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck. Me as well.
Don't
Wait on me.
fall into the toilet bowl, my girl.
I think it's just
I'm gonna
under
go do it in the sink,
settings.
baby.
The way it ought to be done. Optimal.
But yes, please, targeted advertising. Oh my god, dude.
Alright, chat, that was unlucky.
That
That
crap
was
was...
unlucky, we got... But
Dude,
I
it
mean,
was leaking my
life for ire, am I right? My life for ire.
general area.
If
It's really
anyone
bad.
had to be knocked, I am glad it was me. I am glad it was me. But damn, was that hard hitting people with the fucking
Oh, he died.
R98? Man, that was crazy.
The second
But
he
I
went
think
into
I
battle, he
hit
died.
him on the hill, very far away. It was long shots though, like pretty much zero risk, high reward.
0 damage.
Okay, means Valiar, Dig Wizard. Okay, means thank you. Merg Machine, Dilate Me Daddy, Blood Bazooka, Mikey Grimm.
My
and just
mic's in
thank you. There we are, guys.
Kind of.
Skyrim, welcome back, boys. Welcome.
We're missing one player. Team 4.
The map is
Yeah.
Miramar. Alright. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, we're starting.
Starting. Alrighty. Quick games here.
Okay, I saw my have my noise gate on, so okay.
Did it? Sorry, what were the rules for this one? This next
Okay,
one?
I'm so hungry.
Super
I
loot.
gotta-
Same shit, just harder or more stuff.
More stuff, super
Harder.
loot.
So
I've been
it's
having
just,
slightly more carbs, so it's
the game mode is
making
still
me
the same
hungry.
kind of, right?
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Three times loot.
Can't wait to switch back to mainly chicken again.
Alright, guys, we're gonna be going cruise here, okay?
Penelope Cruz, okay.
Just the freezer
Close
space
till
is
Valle.
filled up like crazy.
And if a team comes, let's try and look for one of these two as well. If they're like any of these three, I guess. If they are like, if no team is looting there, we just go take
I'm
that.
gonna
instead,
start
okay?
Mike. I'm gonna start Mike spamming. Watch out.
Okay, okay.
Now everyone's gonna mic spam. Oh, what's the leaderboard look like?
Poison, when are you getting back in Hearthstone?
Oh,
I don't know. Let's see.
I was like probably like 11 years old listening to that, getting brain rot.
Wait, so
Loser 9.
normal mode, it can end.
Yeah, still normal.
Can it end on mountains on this?
No,
Let's
no, no. If it's
recommend.
esports mode now, it means that I will be able to tell like Circle 4 where it goes if there's rocks inside.
But this is normal.
let's-
This is normal, right?
This is normal.
Yeah. Okay.
This is normal. Okay, then it can end on a mountain.
All right.
But there's still some stuff. I think it's more like unlikely that it does than it like. There's still some like a little bit hidden rules with the circles in the algorithm.
Okay.
But it can end there,
This
yeah.
game is ready, so I
So if we have
suppose
like an
I'll let you
emergency
go in
pickup,
there.
With the
and
standings.
there's like a rock in the zone, we probably want to take it and go.
Welcome to PUBG Airlines.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Please keep your arms, hands, and feet inside the aircraft at all times.
Oh my god, this is cringe.
Goodbye.
It's cruise, right? Unless we're getting mega.
No.
Mega, by the way. In case that misspeak sounded weird.
Yeah, just try and go cruise here, and if cruise is taken, we look for Tiro or Campo.
Yeah, I'm just marking out so you can quickly.
Bro, where's the Twitch
Yeah.
turning?
I might drop early just to show presence, by the way, because like usually people wait and see if people drop, you know.
I'm just following you,
Oh,
man.
I'm following you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's only a 60.
This
It's only
is
60.
not
I'm
on
dropping
the
now to show
main
presence.
page. What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
We are the present.
I think we're good. I'm not seeing anyone.
Should be.
Alright, guys, stop
One
following
got
me
up.
now, because
It's
I'm gonna
not
loot
on the
compounds
main
outside. You guys
page.
just loot inside the city. I'm gonna loot some compounds outside.
I don't think XGC and Enforcer are
going
gonna
for
fight
top?
each other. They're gonna be
Ah.
so far away from
Why-
each
why-
other.
Church.
And dead or whatever.
You
I'm
do,
just-
You do sure.
What is that? What is that
I'm
blue
la-
light? Oh, that's a res. Oh, okay.
Blue-
Yeah, okay. No.
Res speaker.
All right. I didn't see those.
Make sure you look for
Okay,
cars
this
here,
is-
by the way. Super important we look for cars here.
Mentally defeated.
Pass?
Actually,
Cars.
car.
Yeah,
Car,
Oh,
cars.
cars. Okay, cars.
Oh, holy fuck.
Pulle.
We have an insane zone here, by the way.
Oh, nice. Alright.
Alright.
Oh,
Guys,
that's
come
actually-
Come again?
loot pretty quick and come to me, okay? We're gonna be playing these two compounds on Orange Waypoint. 2-2. Just a 2-2.
Okay, yeah. That 10k bit rate did not work. It just crashed the stream.
Pick up
I
the
mean-
pace. Walk.
You don't need the goaded loot to sit in the middle compound, let me just say that. And there's also extra loot in these settings, so
Is the
loot
Winchester
comes to
completely
you.
useless, or
yeah,
Yeah.
don't
Yes.
don't pick up that dog shit.
just testing you?
I mean, maybe you can make it useful.
Actually, I mean, out of everyone, I think Forsen is the one to make it useful, probably.
It's part of the force of ability.
Because the fire rate is very useful. 5 Ugandans per minute.
Dude, I'm looting so slow. Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I just
Have
don't
a
have a
fancy
car. A bit more ammo, but I think
If
I
you
have
have
the basics.
if you have a few first aids, just come to me already, and like
Was it gonna
you can loot the other come
Yeah.
across the street from me. You should be getting like fully
Oh,
killed.
but then I need the animated.
I have an emergency pickup as well
Yeah, I'll
later.
do
You
that.
get really cocked from zone.
I'm sending it to Gustav immediately with trucks, since I have all the basics. Or
Yeah.
not truck, quad.
Take the compound across the street from me, okay?
Yes, sir.
And then like show some presence there insta before you start looting. Just shoot in the sky or like whatever, so people
Yep.
know you're there.
Pretend I just found someone.
Ugh, what happened to the old one? The old one was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Guys, start coming now. There's literally unlimited extra loot
Dude,
in my compound.
that's
Like you can
so
get fully
funny.
kitted from my compound.
Coming. Let's go look for a car.
Whatever.
You should have a hard spawn on Orange Mark, if I'm not mistaken. Like
look.
it's there 100% of the time. Should be a Mirado.
Documents, I guess.
Should be a blue Mirado.
Oh,
Strike a bit.
I see it. Yeah.
Nice.
There's actually
No
a
search
SUV, so
suggestion.
if you want to grab 4 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
grab
you can-
another
you
car,
can
yeah.
do it.
There's a sandstorm coming. That's not a problem, right?
No,
No.
that's deal damage. Just drive through it and come to us. Just drive for the road.
Alright.
Also, someone in my chat pointed out I should have played the C4 sound when we were at the yellow compounds. They might have gotten scared out.
I don't think most people are playing with mics on, but maybe they are. Maybe they forget to turn it up to low.
That would be insane if you did that.
Probably could have that
I'm
one.
gonna have to remember that. If I get into another situation, but become helpful.
God, it takes so long to switch seats and stuff.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
If one of the NA teams doesn't win, it just shows how bad they are. Respectfully.
Respectfully. So we
Alright,
going to
alright,
north?
come ASAP now. There's an emergency pickup coming in. They could be landing on us, okay?
Alright, over
Okay,
here.
we're coming.
So, fortunately, you come to me, and Zuckerberg, you go to Romero.
Yeah.
I'm seeing only one guy in this EP, but it could be bugged and it could be a foreman on it, so be really aware of this. Fortunately, you just put the car
Oh,
inside the
yeah.
warehouse with me, okay? Should be
I'll
fully
get on the
safe
top
inside
floor of
warehouse.
it. Italy. Also, we have a Panzerfaust here if someone wants to grab it. Or put it in a place where we can get crashers.
Oh, I have eyes on the E pickup.
So I'm getting on the roof. Just positioning ourselves so I can shoot them out if we get them. Oh no, never mind if they're bugged.
He's dropping
Oh, there's one
now.
guy. No.
One guy dropping. He's dropping like northeast of me. He's pretty far. We should be fine.
Nah, he just got done. I think he's going graveyard or some shit. Never mind, like, or green?
Yeah, looks like he's landing green.
Should I do game capture? Oh yeah, if I can.
Well, I think he literally had no loot. I didn't
There's
see
an
him on the
emergency
side.
pickup here, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Sorry,
so-
okay.
Guys in the open south on the orange mark post, we can shoot them 3 guys. They're shooting me as well.
Yeah, I have a Panzerfaust right now. I should equip another one.
We're rolling up with a Marauder. Holy shit, they're laggy for me.
Yeah, they're like it for me as well. They're taking the compound below us on the orange mark in the valley.
Shots from water treatment / Italian next to Italian next to water treatment.
Why is it up in the corner?
He's getting on the roof. Nope, they're not getting on
What command? Oh, this one. Okay.
It's not.
I'm putting the emergency pickup into the car.
the roof. I think people are starting to close in because my FPS are getting progressively worse.
Oh, 200?
It's starting to drop a bit.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
From comfortable 140 to 90. Well, also I'm playing in a resolution that is unholy for this game.
4K.
Compensator.
Yes, exactly.
Nah.
I used to play on the fucking 360 hertz monitor
Maybe
in
this will
1920.
work.
At some point I just gave up.
There we go.
Fuck it, I'll leave this here. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, the Italy's got me spotted. Stay off of this.
6-6 on me if you need Fortune.
6 times go. I have 14. I can look at.
Yeah, it's in the little call it Africa for me.
God.
Okay, so I have one cent in mind. If someone goes
Yeah,
southeast
okay,
here,
okay,
right,
okay.
I'll one in mind for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Then we will be doing. So like, everyone be ready on cars, okay? And just follow me and pop.
Done.
There's a big ridge here on like this shack on orange. We're gonna be driving like this.
Chat, how are we feeling about the pancakes?
Pretty mid.
You know what's mid, Bree? Your aura.
You've got to get off the internet, Dad.
Okay, boomer.
You're the boomer.
That's a flex, and that's a flex, and I.
What about grip? What about gripper?
Vertical.
What about lightweight? No.
There's an AUG.
Lightweight? I don't know, maybe. Oh, Sandstorm is coming. Oh, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, no car or what?
We gotta go in. No, we gotta go in. We gotta go in.
Yeah, we can't find car.
Well, the zone's not that far.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, there's a car. Car.
You see?
2-player car.
Oh, okay. You guys take that.
Looks like a 2-player.
It is. I think it is. Is it like the Mustang? Wait, is it a Mustang?
No, it's 2. It's 4.
Oh, it's 4. Yeah, yeah.
Vatican's drive this bad boy.
Nice.
Guys, my loot is sick.
Yeah, same. I'm fucking juiced.
You hop in.
New whip behind us.
Coming.
Brother Vaticus.
I'm here.
There's a
You hop.
car west, okay?
Guys, I have a fuck ton of shit for you guys, but if we need meds, I have one med kit, 2 first aids, adrenaline, painkiller. I'm fucking dizzy.
Yeah.
All I need food.
Same.
Yummy.
I'll look for a spot. There's some buildings on the mountain on my ping on blue. It's a little bit far away. We need to go far left. We need to turn into. Oh, we should get one of these cars.
We're fine. Yeah. Fuck the car. We take the next one we see.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we're going on the.
How do I drop a little bit of ammo? Not all of it though. Just a little bit.
Control or like alt, I think. Alt. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I just dropped some. I'm a
I
fucking idiot.
dropped 50. I'm chilling.
Cars up ahead.
Yeah, we may want to stop here though.
Building. This is a building.
Okay, this is decent.
Careful, guys. Let's close doors.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
leave
not
cars.
loaded.
Could be
Nobody's
weird.
here.
It could be weird.
Yeah, we're
Could
in
be
zone.
weird.
We're in zone. There's a foldable
Yeah.
shield here, by the way, boys. Foldable shield here.
Yeah.
Vaticus? Are you mudded?
Yes, yes.
Three,
yes.
three smokes on me.
I need 5, 5, 6 if possible.
Three
I got
got
some.
I got
Yeah,
some,
there's
I'm sorry.
hella smokes up there. There's an inflatable boat here. Was that the one you
Anyone needs
drive?
No, it's just.
Chat, 6
You
on that is
know.
good or not?
6x on sniper, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else. You can also stroll wheel, so you go so you zoom out and in. It's very big. Who's shooting? Is that you, Moxie?
Nope.
Okay, someone's on top of us then, right?
If you guys find a better grip, I need a better grip for my gun.
Yeah, people are.
Which
two are
gun?
northeast.
Which gun?
Yeah,
Which
gun
gun?
you need grip for?
Chat, 4x or not?
X, what gun you need a grip on?
GG.
It's my AUG.
I can drop you the
Guys, should
thumb
we
grip.
get the
It's good.
foldable shield
Thumb
or
grip
no?
is good on AUG.
I don't know. Does it feel? Does it like? I think it's better to get more smokes than shields.
X, get the grip.
Oh, where's the shields?
Thumb
Where's the
grip.
smoke?
It's good.
There's
Which
smokes
one? Which
upstairs.
one? The thumb one?
Smoke.
Thumb, yes.
Chat, what do you guys want?
I think this building that's
I
north
understand
is
the
probably
purpose
the
of
best for
HU
us.
hing up much. Just
Which
to
one?
me,
That
they
one?
become like the last
Yeah.
Hug
On
and
yellow?
Dot. How is it that you
Here?
can play
the
with
one
our
I'm
rivals,
in.
but you can't play this?
Oh,
A
that
simple
one, I
Hug
see.
strategy,
Yeah, because like we
deduction,
have like
and
windows.
Chat says not to
very
shoot
simple
from our building
concept
with the
today.
sniper, so don't shoot here.
You can just get,
what?
see if you can get a kill or something like that.
Also, how do you drink something like do I have to open the inventory every time?
Yeah.
There are
Oh,
hotkeys,
shit.
but
Vaddy, do you think the green is taken? Look at those two houses in the
Green.
middle of zone.
I think it's just rubble. I don't think it's houses. But
Huh.
we could try and go there.
I don't,
Gonna
dude,
get in
I
the
don't
zone
know.
early.
It's
Yeah, if
one
we
of
get it
those
so
ones
early,
where
it's
it's
big, but-
literally one door. It's literally one door and one little tiny window. It's like a little shed.
Yeah.
Does I need more ammo?
Oh, we got the
Definitely
cock
what
shed?
it is.
I say we wait and we just slowly get into the zone.
Agreed.
Well, yeah, I'm down. And we just play like here or something, right?
Yeah, and if we see someone, we can shoot them, try and PvP.
Yeah.
Guys, right here. Do you see this guy?
No.
On my blue ping.
Where?
On my blue ping.
Yeah, I see,
Blue?
I see.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
see him.
Ready?
Oh,
he went
fuck,
outside.
Okay, go.
Pussy.
I can't see
Oh,
anything.
it's outside. It's outside. Okay, ready? 3,
Okay.
2, 1, now.
Dude, the lag is crazy. He's on a bike!
He's teleporting.
Can't
He's
see.
fucking TPing!
I can't see.
Oh my god.
He's hit once.
I need to,
Oh, they're fucking dying.
I need to test my bullet thing.
Guys, zone in 30 seconds.
Not a lot of bullet drop on this.
Yeah. So laggy.
I hit one! Oh, he died! I'm trying to steal the kill,
We're at ping, Mandy.
Oh, right there on green! Green smoke!
Guys, get in the car, no?
I'm waiting to pick you up. Prepare your smokes.
Yeah.
No smoke.
We'll have to gamble through the field here.
I have hella smokes in my inventory. I got 5 already in the start, alright?
Is there a second car somewhere?
Nope. Yeah, we are gambling through the field. I'm gonna go where we spotted the team before, because I heard no gunshots there. I'm gonna go from there.
Oh, no, I think I'm
be
blue wing.
careful.
I think there's something
I
I'm
was
blue
about to
wing.
shoot you in the head, X.
Am I crazy?
What's up?
Yeah. I think you are.
You can shove on the right.
Hey. Relax.
Oh, people in that house.
Yep. Relax.
Yep, let's go. Oh.
I'm stopping here.
Okay.
Smoke.
I'm smoking. Smoking here, okay? On us. Down here, team here, green.
Med kit up.
Yeah, make sure you're full
smoke.
juice now, okay? They're shooting from here. I don't know what that's called. Southeast?
Get in the smokes.
I'm in
Pop
smoke,
a
I'm in smoke.
painkiller.
Probably. Oh.
They're
They're
nading in
nading
front
us
of me.
from 50. Yeah, from 50.
I have a nade. I have a smoke grenade. You want me to smoke it?
It's good, it's good, it's good. We can go up. No one's behind us, we're good. Check your corners. Now we can take a fight with the people northeast, or we can play it safe.
They're shooting me from over here, I think.
Where? What's over here?
West. Behind me. They're right in front of us. Northeast.
Ping.
Yeah, right here.
Right there.
Yellow, on yellow ping.
Inside. Shot once, I think.
I'm coming to you. Remember, car almost broken, alright?
Oh my god.
By door, but one's on right door, one's on middle door.
On us, in front of us. On us, in front of us. Right here, on our, yeah.
I'm naded.
On ping, he's on rock, on ping, we're getting pushed.
I'm coming to you, Vaticus.
Yeah.
One down.
I'm knocked.
I got knocked through the smoke.
Another one.
You're
It's
solo.
UX.
LUX.
Fuck!
We got
Oh my
flanked from
God.
another team.
Yeah, I didn't. It's 2 teams, right?
Yep, I think so.
And now we can't fucking spectate. It's so stupid.
Oh, wait, 19 out of 20?
Dude, this is
Wait.
fucking tryhard.
Came.
Okay, the ping is terrible though.
Yeah,
like I
everyone's
can't-
lagging around.
Teleporting for
Yeah,
me,
no,
sorry.
they're teleporting for me too. That guy on the motorcycle.
So these guys not gonna fight each other? So why there's 2 teams, and then we're fighting 2 at the same time, and nobody fights the other team? Why did they both go on us?
Maybe it's the guy that flanked though. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I can't tell because I can't spectate.
No, that was 3-2. That was 3-2. That was 3 in front of us, 2 to the left. It cannot be one team.
Possible. Yes, it's 2 teams. I'm watching replay. No, it's the same. No, wait. Yeah, it's team 16. It's just one squad, one guy flanked. Just one guy flanked.
Yes,
Yeah,
be firing.
Short
It's
of
firing,
this
man.
video.
Just be firing. What is this? This is level 500. Okay. So, what is the reward for playing this, being a fucking no-lifer but not winning it? It has to be some sort of employment at fucking McDonald's. It has to be. Burger King. There's no fucking shot.
Man,
There's no fucking shot. This is actually serious.
I had to buy so many parts. My computer exploded. The water cooler pumped out on
Dude,
me.
we got
So
good
just-
game modes now.
I can't tell if my old M.2 is for right
Dude,
now, so
wait, actually, no way.
I don't know.
Wait,
I lost all
they're
my
out
data.
first. Don't have TGL.
So annoying, dude. I didn't want to upgrade right now, but I just took the time to go to Ryzen 5.
Orson's fighting the team that just killed
I mean, AM5. I wanted to wait till the new Threadrippers came out, but I don't know if they're even gonna do that now. It seems like they are, but
By the way, I had 1 kill that game. I
the
actually knocked out
blocks
one kill.
don't transfer, like the mounting bracket, all that
Yeah, you
crap.
actually
just
must be the guy that.
it's so incompatible.
Actually, I got the other guy too. I'm not gonna lie, but
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to salvage
Dude,
my
I just didn't know there
old
was a guy on a rock
parts.
in front of me. He just ran
They
it.
might be fried. I don't know. It shut down so crazily. I was able to boot into Windows for a second before it crashed, so I don't know. I tried using this old SSD, but it just didn't want to even recognize it in BIOS.
Stop exactly on one tomorrow, okay guys? Will do.
53 months. Welcome to the jungle chat.
No followers anymore.
Parson with a suppressive fire into nowhere.
I lost my Factorio
but you're not
data.
wrong.
I lost
He's
my
actually finding suppressed
Idle
shots.
Slater data.
How does that suppress anything? Is that the opposite?
What else did I lose?
What? Pass out.
Oh, that's what he said. Okay, sorry.
Generate 175 on LED. Now come direct to us. Going to stop in reverse. Going for the through. 30 or 40.
There's like a couple other important things.
One on the car, still one on the car. Nading it.
But I'll probably get Factorio again.
What's next game mode? Is it PUBG only or what?
Maybe I just started playing ESO last night, so I don't crash any. My Roblox doesn't crash
Billy
anymore when I
Madness.
play
Okay, you
games.
get a bike and
So
you
that's
get
really
melee
good.
weapons
I
and
can
stun
actually play
guns, alright?
newer
So
games
just stock
now.
up on those and just start biking everywhere. It's gonna be a complete mess because like it's very hard to kill someone who is biking.
And I still can't finish my mythic shiny giants.
Real nades or
It's so
no
long.
Stun
I
grenade,
have
stun
8
grenade.
starbacks, dude.
Yeah. Stun and smoke.
Okay.
But the thing is, you'll be fighting through
Throwing
UN
UNPOV.
You stack up on melee weapons, you stack up on the nades, then you get a bike. Right? That's all you need to know.
We're at.
Oh yeah, I lost my
And
border for my
getting throw,
OBS.
headshot,
It's kind of getting annoying for clips, but I did like it.
it's not one shot.
160 MS, but
He's still nervous. Big shot and like
he's hiding.
so adorable.
Dude, yeah, he's actually fucking shaking right now.
He's shaking.
He's been training for this.
His entire career is on the line right now. I'm not kidding.
Time for opposite to miss.
Guys, if you can, start coming to me. We can start pushing. Not from the two smokes in front of me. Keep run all the way.
Gustav is like solo clearing.
They're not in. Like, come to me.
Yeah, Gustav's also insane. Face are like doing really good in PUBG.
This is so bad.
I play with him and Sickleson a few times. They're fucking they're so weird.
Bro.
Like PUBG players just different, man.
Never molded my garbage. Let's be honest.
Zero comms. Has he done any damage?
I don't know. That like went right through him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like
Backpacks.
Oh, he flashed him.
He finally hit somebody.
Yo.
He just had to be 5 feet away from
on this
him.
game, man.
That's the guy I tried to get on my team at first, but he was already recruited by Forsen.
Why is his name IRL? Does he still IRL?
No.
Clue.
his name is so IRL.
Well, top 6.
Oh, then they got 6.
0 kills. Kills.
0 kills.
He's going down in rank. Can't even get 1 kill.
They died first.
Okay, but I've been grinding the stones for multiple, like at least a week, and I still can't even finish this index. I barely even tried on Ascendant and Prod, and one got finished in like 1 day or something, and then this one took 2 maybe days, and it's almost full. And I was trying to assemble the computer during the, like, get all the parts and have it work over the 2x weekend. Oh my god, that was so annoying. But I think I had it working like Saturday night, so I was able to get the boost in. Anything else for them now? The tournament's gonna take a while, so I don't think I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Dude, 11. That guy has 11 kills.
It was 11. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna stop watching there. So what if I change tabs? Will it? I guess it's fine.
Frame, they must have the RNC or the RNCC or whatever, they must do like communications, like listen, we have to admit that they did make a mistake, okay guys, we're gonna admit that, but the mistake was just adding the journalist, okay, that was the mistake guys, that's it, that's all you give on. This reframing is so fucking stupid.
It was clearly a screw-up. It was obvious that including Jeffrey Goldberg was inadvertent, and that was a mess.
I think I'm gonna take away chat
and
too
an
for
embarrassing
this.
mess. But I
There he
would
has
say
chat on
there's a big
screen.
difference in that immediately the Trump White House took responsibility. They said this was genuine, this was a real exchange. And
Did they even? What did Trump put out a statement, or did they put out a statement saying that? I mean, this was after, it was like fucking undeniable. Hello, the guy knew attacks were happening like beforehand. Destiny, why do they focus on the content? Oh, why don't they focus on the content and just the reporter? It's an ad hominem, literally. It's to try to say, oh, this Jeffrey Goldberg guy, he's a troublemaker. He's part of the deep state, okay? So, of course, he's reporting the story. So it's a way to attack the credibility of the story by trying to attack the credibility of the author in a way that has nothing to do with the story at all.
Minority leadership.
I watched the whole MGS cutscene compilation yesterday, and I completely forgot they had they added Solidus at the end, and then it just leads into this game. And for some reason, I always thought Ocelot was always on the Russian side, but no, he's actually on the U.S. side. But that was like 25 years ago that I know the story from. I played through half of it like 5 years ago. But yeah, I couldn't get the other half to work, and then I got the game again, but I have to play it on full screen or else it just lags out. It's really lame. So I'd probably need a second PC to play it on if I want to play maintain all the other games, but screw that. I'd rather just play a newer game.
Or the fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does. I would love to comment on the Houthi campaign because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely from the beginning. And you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration. Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. Our ships couldn't sail through. And when they did shoot back, it was purely defensively, or at shacks in Yemen. President Trump said, no more. We will reestablish deterrence, we will open freedom of navigation, and we will ultimately decimate the Houthis, which is exactly what we're doing as we speak from the beginning, overwhelmingly.
Those details shared on Signal, and how did you learn that a journalist was privy to the targets, the types of weapons used?
I've heard I was characterized. Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
Right,
Thank you.
Why is my face so much darker than my hand?
Whether it's Signal or anything else, yeah. People do get on those lines, whether it's Signal or anything else, yeah.
I wonder what he was referring to there. People can randomly pick up secured lines to listen. That should never be the case, but okay. But I don't know what he was referring to.
As a result of this. Well, I mean, look, we look at everything, and you know they've made a big deal out of this because we've had 2 perfect months. We are bringing in business. We have another one.
Do 500 billion. Talk about another investment. Another company has just said they're investing so much.
Announced tomorrow.
Oh, it's my exposure.
Like in the history of our country, nobody's ever seen anything.
It's trillions.
Like it. And I think probably.
That's what's happening.
They started by saying it was the greatest first
why am I
month.
lagging?
that a president has ever had. And
Who's saying? Who the fuck? Who the fuck is saying?
I think that's true. And now they say it's the best second month, and they had to find something. And this certainly will look at this. But the main thing was nothing happened. The attack was totally successful. It was, I guess, from what I understand, took place during, and it wasn't classified information. So this was not classified. Now, if it's classified information, it's probably a little bit different. But people do get on those lines, whether it's signal or...
Publisher of the dossier. Who the fuck is this loser? I might even be able to link this tweet. If I was added to a signal chat with our top intel and defense officials, first thing I would do is get on my knees and slurp, 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 and tell them slurp, slurp, slurp. I would then leave the chat after they each had their turn with my boyish asshole. Jeffrey Goldberg
Super
was looking
laggy.
intentionally and didn't even slurp, I bet. It's beyond despicable. I would have shut it with my
So
knees.
they have it lower just for it to capture the frames right?
Also,
Alright,
this should be a
whatever.
non-stop
What's
talking point.
better with the
Once we're
exposure
through
brighter?
with this administration, you need to ask people. Every journalist should be, first of all, no conservative should just be allowed near media ever. Anybody that's part of this bullshit should just be banned from all fucking media. Okay? But the question should be, all right, we had 4 years of Trump, then we had 4 years of Biden, then we had 4 more years of Trump. You had at least 8 years. Where is the deep state? We talked about the deep state the whole time. Who was it? Give me one concrete example of the deep state. Because you had 8 years in office to investigate from top to bottom all this impropriety. Where is it? Who is it? How is it?
Congrats, you got projected on.
Where? Who, what, where, when, why is it?
Show them how, like, what I think. Like, it's my, let's say it's my opinion. Like, if you really want it, you will get it
8
somehow.
years in office. Wait, fuck, hold on. Wait, what is this? This is from our first... From the first story of the day. That girl whose story we listened to. Somebody was messaging her, "Man, I love you, but you need to stop. You told me you were begging him to invite you over. Please, bro. And then you block me? Literally a week prior to all these videos, you tell me and Anna Marie that you're going to do this stupid shit. Stop lying about it. It's deadass going to ruin his life. Shut the fuck up, seriously. You were laughing when I told you all about it. Of course I blocked you. You only started to care because other people did. It's none of your business what I lie about or what I don't lie about. And I can't go forward now and tell everyone I didn't mean half of it anyways. Limfeo, these retarded fucking fans of his will be on me forever because I kind of lied about him. Like, fuck off. It's none of your business anyway. I'm blocked."
Troll.
Doing good, great. How about you?
Wait, does it really do that?
You get
Mouse
lying
for
about shit like...
Good.
Damn. Wait, is this...
I can't hit
I
mute
would've had any
on kick,
confirmation
it
that
just
these-
goes back to the front.
these are real, and I was like, because I guess technically somebody was like doctor this.
Is that the back button? I need
So
to
admitting
change
she's
that.
lying? Well, I don't even know what she's lying about, because even in the totality of her story, she doesn't even describe anything that bad. Like, her example of the sexual assault was the fact that she has a bruise on her butt that she said he gave her with his teeth. But, like, there's no evidence of any foul play anywhere, even in her whole story that she tells, so... Jesus.
What would I type for that? It's like it's the same as backspace, right? To
Okay, let's do this real fast.
minimize a window?
Hold on.
Minimize a video?
Cyber Awareness Challenge 2025. Oh wait, I thought this was about classified information. What the fuck is this about? To meet technical functionality requirements, this awareness product was developed to function with Windows and Mac operating systems. It's also tested for compatibility. Testing support for... Oh wait, what is this? It's just... Oh, I thought it was going to be like a quiz that we could do. Never mind.
Welcome to the Cyber Awareness Challenge.
Why is it so loud?
From the keyboard net for audio.
Okay, it's too loud. I don't care.
Can you always use cursor
Oh
keys?
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my god, if we're...
All persons having business before the honorable members of the gang before they remove.
This is the removal to El Salvador. Was there anything interesting in this? This is the argument before the Court of Appeals for the TRO, right? Is this going all the way to the Supreme Court as well? The TRO appeal?
Act is almost as old as the Constitution, and it would savor of doctrinaire audacity now.
Oh, wait, is this another executive order calling out a particular law firm? Addressing risks from Jenner and Block. By authority vested in the President of the Constitution. So-called big law.
I think it's a Microsoft thing that makes it do that.
So-called big law.
I need to shut that off.
Is yet another law firm that has abandoned the profession's highest ideals, condoned partisan lawfare, and abused its pro bono practice to engage in activities that undermine justice and interests in the United States. For example, Jenner engages in obvious partisan representations to achieve political ends, supports attacks against women and children based on refusal to accept the biological reality of sex, and backs the obstruction of efforts to prevent illegal aliens from committing horrific crimes. They were thrilled to rehire unethical Andrew Weissman after his time engaging in partisan prosecution as part of Robert Mueller's entirely. That's just fucking. It's just we don't even talk. No one even cares about this. Like Trump targeting law firms because they. This is like the most egregious. Some of the most egregious anti-free speech.
I think I need to use a different button for mouse settings. It keeps going back on stuff. I guess it doesn't matter while I'm not streaming, but it's kind of annoying.
It's such a shakedown. Oh, and they're just wiping all the security clearances.
Okay, time to catch up. I'm not sure what Benny and Florida Boy were fighting about. Or why it started.
Done with this in 22 days. I'm gonna take a couple weeks off, and then I'm down to do whatever with you.
Alright. We should just buy like a giant boat and like all the way across the world.
I mean, I was saying if I buy.
I can't do that.
Huh?
I can't leave the country, bro. I forgot.
Well, if you can figure out your situation, then I would love to have you with me. We can go. We take Vagabond or something, and we just go fucking sail somewhere across the ocean.
Sir, please stop taking Shuvi's content ideas. This kid is ice at his peak. The best content of this Asia trip and the leeches was Shuvi on a boat.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. This.
I was watching shooting last night. It wasn't that great though.
Well, those yours? Yeah.
No, I need to. I think I need to change my encoder. This is stupid. Whatever. Whatever it is. GPU don't get component. I'm dropping frames though, or the internet's cutting out some BS, and this is so freaking. Look, now it increases my exposure with good frame rate. What the hell is this? Getting mad. And pig 4. It's not loading. What?
Oh, you said table block in. Come on. Can you clean drink stuff? Oh, yeah.
This is not Penny puking. This is Florida boy puking. I need to reload the whole.
What are those? What the fuck is going on the floor?
Oh, you said table block in. Come on.
Unless his puke makes him puke. The smell?
Hey, Benny! Benny, back up!
Benny, that's throwing.
Benny, man, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
I'm trying to open it.
Come on, man, it's throw up all over the fucking floor now, dude.
Hey, stop, bro. He's puking the fucking thing.
Come on, Benny.
Open the door. Benny, let's go.
Like, he's throwing up, bro. You're moving him, you're pushing him out of the way of the cup. Like, come on. What are you doing, bro?
Okay. I'm so retarded.
Back up. Benny. Benny, back up.
Benny, that's throwing.
Benny, man, what the fuck?
I need to change something. Oh, it's for recording. Apply this. Is this any better?
Hey, man. What the fuck is going on the floor?
Oh, you said table block in. Come on. Can you clean drink stuff? Oh, you guys. Slide your bitch ass.
Hey, Benny. Benny, back up.
Benny, that's throwing.
Benny, man, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
I'm trying to open it.
Come on.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Oh
Holy fuck.
What are you talking about, Henry? 130x. We got $85,000.
Oh.
You, Henry.
I don't.
$85,000. That's what I'm saying. Fuck you,
Mallrats
Henry.
back? Okay.
And suggestions, bitch. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Henry's so mad.
Looks like Barney's mouth. The fuck?
What's happening?
Yo, bro, why'd you slap him in the face like that, man?
Need me in the nuts, bro.
Yo, but that slap is a bit unnecessary. That's unnecessary, man.
That's boys.
Man, that's...
Six for life.
That was a hard slap,
Yeah,
though, bro.
you didn't see how much
Bro,
he
your
hit me in
face
the
is
nuts.
red, bro.
That's good, it's fine. I got him nuts. I got him nuts.
Yeah, I've got nuts too.
Bro, that...
What the f-
Alright, well, I'm just gonna film the...
What is happening? Okay, chicken is retarded.
Why am I catching strays?
Yeah, me last time. Like within
Down here?
0 seconds.
Man in the relationship, by the way.
Down here?
Man in the relationship, by the way. One text from Kimmy and you shut down for 3 days.
Man, fuck that hoe. I do whatever the fuck I want.
What?
I went there.
Are you gonna say you're gonna kill her again?
If he were to turn against her.
Bro, he's puking his fucking fingers in there.
Come on, Benny.
Open the door.
Benny, let's go.
Like, he's throwing up, bro. You're moving him. You're pushing him out of the way of the cup. Like, come on. What are you doing, bro?
No, I'm gonna keep. Promise you won't touch him. And don't touch.
Really better hold.
I brought you alcohol to your...
You guys little bitch, bro. What the fuck, bro?
That hundred.
That's just great. Nah, shut up, nigga. I don't want you to talk. Just pack your bag and go home, man. You gonna cry about some hoe? You gonna cry about some
You're
hoe?
obese.
Yeah, you're 40, you're homeless, nigga. Shut up, bro. You can't afford a hotel here, bro. Get the fuck on, bro. We get it, bro. 40 streams, 2K, bro. Like, what you doing, man? Get the fuck out of here. You saw the KCIP, bro. You wanna flex it again? You wanna flex it again? Show the chat, bro. We seen that shit, man. 40 streams, 2K.
Eve, when she told us to leave, we were arguing with her.
I'm not Muslim, so I don't know. But if I was Muslim, I'd probably be offended too.
If you think I deserve 5 years in prison because I twerked on my girlfriend,
5 years, but you're thinking about hypotheticals.
you know why I didn't get 5 years? Because I had to blackmail the prosecutor.
I don't know that.
I blackmailed the prosecutor. I hired a private military contractor to blackmail the prosecutor. That's the only reason why I didn't get 5 years in prison. They wanted to put me in jail for 5 years. I paid
They
40
should've just
grand
deported
for
him. I was kinda- that's
PMC
kinda
to blackmail the
crazy.
prosecutor. They wanted to put me in jail. My lawyer said, you're gonna go to jail for 5 years.
Is this it?
If you didn't talk shit to ICE behind my back, I wouldn't have done any of that shit. You
And
fucking
saying that I kidnapped
idiot.
you and you apologized and said it didn't happen?
Did I not apologize to you yesterday?
What,
Did I not apologize to you yesterday? Did I not apologize to you yesterday? Yes or no?
You looked at it a bit
Yes
like
or
that.
no? Yes or no?
Maybe you shouldn't have called me a
Shut the fuck
kidnapper,
up.
bro.
Shut the fuck up.
What are you gonna do?
I'll beat your ass if you want to shut off the screens right now.
Sounds like a taking scripts. Again, is that your only
You said, what are you gonna do? I told you what I would do.
Yes,
This
of
thing we're
course,
on
he's a
right
fighter.
now,
No
I will
shit.
beat the fuck out of you and you know that shit, boy.
The streams are staying on, bro.
Okay.
But would you beat up Yusta?
Yusta's been cool. I fuck with Yusta, so no. I fuck with Andro though too, so like. What? Andro's cool. I mean, y'all don't like each other, but you gotta like each other to like you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what. Okay, alright. That's what got them mad at each other, I guess.
Might take it down to 7, I guess. I don't think they'll find you a fight, but mostly, I mean, you know.
What's Gombe weigh? I'll fight him. He weighs more than me.
Man, these guys are pussies, man. They ain't gonna fight.
I know, but look,
They don't fight.
I know, but fuck is she?
I know, but they don't fight,
He said
bro.
he slapped any CX guy, like,
What are you
Oh,
talking
well
about?
then,
man?
I mean,
Fighting competition.
He's about your weight, I think.
I think so. I mean, I run it. Fuck it. It'd be good for content.
I thought they were gonna do the boxing ring again.
They're fighting, guys. Yo. What the fuck, dude? Slap Mondo.
What is that?
El Riz, bro, got the all hands on the table face ass, nigga. Oh, hell no. Yo, what the fuck? Nah.
What?
They're fighting, guys. Yo. What the fuck, dude? Slap Mondo.
I need to know what happened there. Is she gonna do partnered and then yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Darius.
Alright.
He's just all over the place right now.
Fuck, man. Just go to the duck game. Do one ticket. Goodbyes.
Whenever I watched her stream, she wasn't doing that much.
Be nice.
I don't know.
Now downstream from us.
Yeah, and anything masculine is right wing. Anything.
Oh, we listened to basically a clip of this already.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Duncan Trussell warned Joe about government figures trying to influence him, and then he just hops on the same train. It's so weird. Like Tom Segura's kind of going that way, but not really. This is more of a point of conversation than anything else. Like,
Hold on, before we go over this.
10 seconds of content.
I don't care about me debating about Hillary with Asmongold 7 years ago. He wasn't anywhere near as politically involved then. I don't care about the videos from 7 years ago. Please stop linking it. I don't care.
This auto exposure is so aged, man. What the hell?
What the fuck is this subreddit? But I love you.
Dark. Screw it. I'm just gonna. There. Now you can actually see me. Oh, look at this bad frame rate because it can't control it. Whoa. How do I fix that?
No one is taking Amos home. They're settling empty land, and the Palestinians deserve it. Jesus. Got hardcore Israelis deep in the DGG threads. Oh my god. Do you think Mudahar suing Noah Samson is possible? I don't know. We're about to watch the video about it, so we'll see.
Since I released my video, The YouTubers Who Backed a Genocide, there have been some developments. Ethan Klein responded to the video with an Instagram story shortly after its release, where he wrote, "God, these bread tubers are such pathetic fucking rats. When the fuck did I ever support a genocide? I criticize your..."
Did you catch your other thread where the sub is divided on the econ guy? No, but you can link it. Why do you always have to yell at us when we link stuff in chat? Why can't you just tell us no next time? Because you guys will link the same thing
now
like
you can
5
see me
times.
again.
I see all my
Frame
links
rate
in
is
my chat. Don't delete it one time. If I haven't clicked it after 2, 3, or 4, I don't know why you link it the 5th time. Like, I've already seen it.
Because my face is so. I need a light source coming
straight
from
up character
here.
assassination and horrific lies. A campaign which resulted
so
in the
annoying.
CPS call
Should
and
just put something
harassment
dark
like I've never experienced in my 15 years
right
on
there.
YouTube. Fuck you and fuck your movement.
So it just keeps-
Socialism deserves better representatives. Soon after this
There's
post,
something
Ethan
there
brought
that
my video
keeps
up
it
during his live
like
show
this.
where he threatened to sue me.
So this fucking little scumbag here who put me and Mudahar, Turkey Tom, and Destiny in a thumbnail and said the YouTubers who back the genocide. This is fucking disgusting, and I'm not okay living in this world where these little fucking punk ass scumbags can just say this shit and get away with it. Like accusing people, usually defamation, can be all different types of things. Someone supporting genocide, we throw this term around a lot. That's
I need a sticky note or something.
Can you say something more stuff about somebody than that? Sounds pretty defamatory. And again, I'm not taking any prisoners. If my attorney thinks there's anything in here, if he thinks that there's like a decent shot of defamation, I'm suing this fucking piece of shit. It's a little scumbag.
So for defamatory comments, things that are defamatory, the first thing is it has to be, to even qualify, it has to be something, I believe it's called actionable. I think is the term they use for it, but you can't simply be offering an opinion of something that somebody is doing. It has to be an actual like statement that can reduce to true or false in such a way that it's clear that like a lie has been said about somebody. So what it means to support genocide, it could probably mean a whole bunch of different things. I don't think that a comment like that would ever be considered defamatory. This is a heads up.
So he is threatening to sue me
there?
for defamation on the
And
grounds
just
that
cut off
accusing
that
someone
side
of
of the-
supporting genocide is messed up. I can think of something even more.
Well, no, he didn't. God, nobody. That's not why he said it. He said it because you were lying about his position. That's why he said it, not because it's
And I
messed
cut
up,
it off
because
right
you were
here.
lying about his position.
So you could actually
messed
see.
up than accusing someone of
What
supporting
is up
genocide,
with
which
this?
is, you know, actually supporting genocide. I can't imagine that it's pleasant to be confronted with the idea that you might be supporting a genocide, so the instinct here to deflect and deny without even offering any sort of actual defense against the points is an entirely predictable response. This is how the liberal media class will operate in the coming decades when it's
Got a
time to
whole
answer
class
for their
of people
crimes of
now.
manufacturing consent for a genocide. They
Wait,
will
it kinda
simply say,
works.
Can I just say, I just want to
This is
reiterate
weird
one
like
more
that.
time that I had this horrendous, this disgusting fantasy so long ago that the internet would just be in streamer space, a whole bunch of people autistically arguing over whatever factual disagreements they had and citing papers and videos and reports, whatever, back and forth, and it wasn't just going to be people screaming basically like, oh, you support genocide, oh, well, you support genocide, oh, you support, like, it's just like the most
Hey, we're
annoying,
back in high school. Yeah.
it's just so annoying.
It happened to me even earlier than high
Especially
school.
because
After the
Israel-Palestine
grade school.
It's like a very rich area for a whole multitude of discussion, and a lot of like really interesting stuff is present there as well, like interesting concepts related
This
to
is like
international law, a lot of
6-year-old
interesting stuff related
logic,
to
like
history,
a
so
6-year-old
justifications for
would
violence,
argue this
interesting stuff
way.
related to like what makes a nation, what makes a people. There's just like a rich tapestry of arguments that could be woven or given in relation to this, but instead it's just all like screaming genocide back and forth, which is an intentional strategy, at least by the Palestinians, I guess. I don't know, it's a little disappointing to see people playing to that so much, but whatever.
Say, no, I didn't. If they say anything at all, most of them won't. It's happened throughout history. It happened
Bro,
with the
what
Vietnam
happened to
War.
the-
It happened with the invasion of Iraq.
That's him, right? Yeah,
It'll
what happened
happen.
to this
It's all-
bisexual
It will
lighting
simply
dude?
say when it's time to answer for their crimes of manufacturing consent
Just
for a
threw his
genocide.
whole
It will
meme
simply
away.
say, no, I didn't. If they say anything at all, most of them won't. It's happened throughout history. It happened with the Vietnam War. It happened with the invasion of Iraq. And it'll happen again with Gaza. What makes Gaza...
Well, I think Vietnam is seen universally as a bad thing the U.S. did, no? Are there people right now, even in media, that defend the Vietnam War? Okay.
Gaza, a bit different, though, is that unlike prior U.S.-backed atrocities abroad, we all know what's been happening there the entire time. Israel's genocide of Palestinians in Gaza has been called the first ever live-streamed
Yeah,
genocide.
even back
because we've
America
seen the
doesn't
entire
like
thing
it
as it's
anymore.
happened with high-definition cell phone video. The mass destruction, the ruthless attacks on the healthcare system, the deliberate targeting of men, women, children.
He's saying the media
Yeah,
warmongers
each
didn't
missile's
admit to their
programmed
part
for
of
each
the
sex
Vietnam
and
War.
then by age range.
I mean, maybe at the time, but maybe at the time they.
No, they're
agreed with
dumb
it, right? I mean,
bombs,
like,
but then they're
history also
precision
views
guided,
situations
and-
differently. Like people's perspectives on things can change.
It's like
over
Fox
time.
Die.
And keep
It's
in mind,
targeted
we're
specific
completely divorced
people.
from the context of living.
Actually, no, it didn't,
like a
because
Cold War era. I don't even know what that means or what that feels like.
Snake had it
To
in
say
his
that-
blood. He just spread it to everyone who was around.
I mean, I guess if that's your criticism.
That's a part of that story
aid
that
workers,
didn't make sense.
intentional starvation used by Israel as a weapon of war, and then the massacres that followed that starvation when Palestinians crowded around aid trucks trying to get what little food Israel...
And why did they have like Why did they throw a bunch of bosses at him? If they just wanted him to power up Rex. It's so dumb.
To this event, and it was like there's no proof whatsoever of
Try
the
to kill
characterization that was
him,
given here
even though they
that
couldn't.
basically they threw flour out in order to lure Palestinians
Snakes
here
just
so they could
died.
have mass kill
The
them.
mission was
There's no
insane.
evidence that this happened like this, but of course it's just the story they all run with. It's like, okay.
Starvation when Palestinians crowded around aid trucks trying to get what little food Israel was allowing into the strip. The 20,000 slain children, many of them slaughtered with their entire families. The IDF terrorists recording and posting their
So
war
really,
crimes,
Snake
acts
dying
of
was the best ending
humiliation,
at all.
degradation, their torture.
Why do we care about this guy's opinion to watch this? One, because his views have been getting quite a bit of coverage on it. Two, is because it allows me to speak about my perspective and knowledge of these events. And three, because he's calling a lot of other content creators out, not just me, but also like Mudahar and Ethan, who have also responded to it, so it's topical, it's relevant. And at least he somewhat brings up points more than Hassan does, because Hassan will just call people names. At least this guy, even if it's all stupid propaganda, at least now he's bringing up something.
Torture and rape of Palestinians, the full support of Israel throughout all of these atrocities, the vile, dehumanizing
where's the
racism
Surf
that is
TV?
required to
Come
uphold
on.
a project like this.
I just think we need to kill them, every one of them, and that's it. And if not that, we could...
Also, I don't know if I would go this far to say it, but they would say it on the other side. I think that there are strong arguments that if you think that no reasonable mind can disagree that what's happening in Gaza right now is a genocide, I think there are strong arguments to say that that's anti-Semitism. The reason why is because you're essentially saying that there is a country full of people and inciting these conversations with ordinary Israeli civilians, not with IDF soldiers, just ordinary Israeli civilians, saying somehow every single Jewish person living in Israel can't see the very obvious truth that this is a horrific genocide. None of them are able to see it. I think there are strong arguments that that's, if you were to make any sort of similar claim about the peoples of an Arab state, worried about the Palestinians, like, oh, they use human shields, why? Because Arabs hate their children, or like, they would call you Islamophobic even, or anti-Arab or whatever, but
And this is why most of your fans are anti-Semites.
If I was having like an intellectual debate and we were all being honest, I would make that argument. That I would say that this rises to the level of essentially anti-Semitism. You're saying there's a whole society full of people whose nation is built on the idea of genocide, and they're either all collectively too stupid to realize it, or they all just support it because they're just genocidal in ethnic makeup, basically.
Because the country will not let that happen, the government. Just, the least we can do is just kick them out of our land. Because this is our home, this is our land, and we deserve it.
What do you think about Palestinians?
That I hate them, and I wish they all died. We didn't stop, and we killed everyone.
You're gonna kill everyone?
Yes!
Like, I don't know how much of this video is gonna be wasted on this, but like, if he wants, like, we can go and replay the Farfur fucking cartoons, or we can play unhinged shit that Palestinians say about Israelis. You can do this back and forth all day. People like Noah just contribute to the media environment that shows that the issue is intractable because they want to completely and totally blame one side and basically dehumanize them. I hate the expression, but say that like these people are just bloodthirsty savages who are only interested in the death and destruction of the other side for no appreciable reason. There's no reason. They're just genocidal freaks, like, by nature. Like, it's just cringe, but whatever.
Yes!
You guys are animals. You guys are fucking animal terrorists.
You killed 10,000 kids.
10,000 terrorists that would grow up to be the next. 10,000 kids that would grow up to be the next terrorists. That's what it is.
Really?
Because in Palestine,
10,000
Yeah, I'm
Hitlers now.
Palestinian.
Okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Do you want Palestinians in Gaza?
Like, what? This girl back here looks like she's fucking 9 years old. How old are these people? Why are we... Or he's... Whoa, no, fuck! He's using it to illustrate that, like, Israeli people, Jewish Israeli people, because he wouldn't say the same thing about the Arab Palestinians that live in Israel. He's just saying that Jewish people are, to their core, a genocidal freak people. That's the argument. Like, it's pretty crazy, but whatever. And then also, again, the infinite curiosity given to the Palestinian side. What would drive a people? What would drive a people to actually be that hateful of Israel? Like, let's look at the history. And then you look at the Israelis. What would drive the people? No. They're just genocidal freaks. It's like, okay.
That's it.
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We've seen all of this, which is why the whole "no, I didn't" defense doesn't hold up, because, you know, yes, you did. We have you on video during this genocide that everyone saw, spreading propaganda that's been used to justify that genocide.
So vile to deny the suffering.
Oh, he didn't read this full report. We already went over this on stream. I think the first time, I guess he didn't watch my stream, or he doesn't give a fuck. But the UN had the special rapporteur of sexual violence against women and girls, whatever. I don't fucking know technical abbreviation. They had 2 weeks to conduct this investigation, and they felt with a high level of probability that different rapes had been committed across the entirety of the October 7th attack theater, but they didn't have enough time to see if those orders came from the top down, essentially. But in specific areas of the report, because they investigated different kibbutzes and they investigated different areas where attacks had happened, including obviously the Nova Festival site, they said that they couldn't find conclusive evidence here, so they just cite parts of those just to pretend that there is no evidence that the other people were citing. The UN was saying that there were credible evidences of multiple rapes having occurred, but okay.
Trauma of the victims, just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect.
My friends, defeating our brutal enemies requires both courage and clarity. Clarity begins by knowing the difference between good and evil. And these monsters, they rape women, they burn babies alive. Many anti-Israel protesters, many choose to stand with evil. They stand with Hamas. They stand with rapists and murderers.
The Gazan Health Ministry, which, by the way, Gaza Health Ministry is run by Hamas, terrorist organization. I think a lot of people are all too happy to not look too deep into these things, but again, Gaza Health Ministry,
So again, this is just no one not being aware of the record, I guess. Its numbers have historically been considered reliable by the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and Human Rights Watch. So when they say that the Gaza Health Ministry numbers are reliable, what they're saying is they look at the Israeli numbers, then they look at the Gaza numbers, and they make sure that the Gaza numbers are what the Gaza numbers say they are, and then they say, well, they're reliable. They don't actually do any independent fact-checking. We've read those underlying reports. They don't, right? That's how they verify the numbers. They ask them the numbers, they tell them the numbers, okay, well, fine, that's right, and they just take it over. If you don't believe me, or if you think that I'm wrong, then go find how they verify the numbers.
And now they can cite the UN and
also,
ICJ.
there's a big oopsie that happened in this war, is that it's almost certain that there are two bodies. It's the Gazan Health Ministry, and then there's one other one that's the media arm. It's not the Gaza Health Ministry, it's another one. What am I thinking of? Somebody give me the name of the second one. Fuck you guys. Gaza Health. Forget the names. One is like the media arm, and the other is like the hospital. Like one is like more. Is it the Gaza Media Office versus the Gaza Health Ministry? I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the Health Ministry was lying about the distribution of deaths that were happening in Gaza. For instance, what they were doing is every single day there were deaths reported. It seemed like they were accurately reporting the amount of dead men, and then they would just fill up the rest with like women and children, like even in arbitrary portions. Like there was a way to look at this data analysis, but when you looked at it, it was very obvious what was happening, that there was a minimum amount of people dead per day, and that in order to hit that dead per day amount, they would just add however many women or children they needed to make up the number. And what they ended up doing is they rescinded the breakdown of men, women, and children by the end, but they kept the absolute number the same. So it's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are we relying on these numbers if we already admitted to lying about the amount of dead women and children? Why would we even accept that? There was an interesting article. I don't like to cite it because this is a right-leaning. It is a right-leaning Israeli source. I think it's called Tablet. Is it Tablet? Bro, it's been so long. But there's a guy that does an analysis of the numbers, and they did end up rescinding the GMO. I believe did end up rescinding their breakdown, and they just don't talk about the breakdown anymore. They just report the quote-unquote raw numbers, whatever the fuck that means.
But even by the conservative numbers, it still crossed Biden's red line, and then he didn't do anything. But I guess neither did Trump, really. So, is the ceasefire already done? Who stopped? Extended the ceasefire for 2 days. Yeah, it's already over. Like the ceasefire lasted a week or something like that. They got like remains from somebody else because Hamas couldn't return. They probably weren't even keeping track of anything, so Israel just stopped the ceasefire. 2 months of peace. So the ceasefire didn't last very long, obviously.
But to be clear, Yemen, the Houthis, are not militarily resisting the genocide. That's just not, they're not doing anything to help anybody in Palestine or in Gaza. It's just bullshit. They were just committing terrorist attacks in the ocean against ships. That's it. Stated reason was apparently maybe because of the Gaza Strip, but it's more likely they're just getting orders from
Hassan.
From Iran. But it's like, this is a ridiculous argument.
Than Palestinians during the Nakba.
We have you on video attacking and delegitimizing the only groups in the world militarily resisting that genocide, with arguments plucked directly from the U.S. State Department, the #1 material supporter of the genocide.
Terrorist group.
Like, just because an area, especially when it comes to Israel, holy shit! Just because a source is cited from a particular link doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong. When it comes to Israel, you probably have to read the underlying material. Sometimes there is correct information, but they reach bad conclusions. Sometimes it's correct information and correct conclusions, but with a bad application of international law. The UN is especially guilty of this. Or sometimes it's just bad information that was gathered in a stupid way, and they're not like forthcoming in the conclusion about that, but you could, if you read the whole report, you'll see what's going on. It just depends, but especially for this conflict, unfortunately, I think you have to read a lot of the underlying material, because it's hard to just read something and take it at face value.
Can't tell if it's good now.
We have you on video attacking and delegitimizing the most prominent media figures in the YouTube space who have been advocating against the genocide and breaking down the propaganda used to justify it.
Hassan loves all terrorists.
We have you on video running defense for the primary architects of the genocide.
Just the other day, Bibi fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about. And he
oh my god.
Oh, wow,
people
yeah,
are
that's
mad
way
about this
worse.
good guy comment because Yoav Gallant was the Minister of Defense for the majority of this war. And so arguably you can say, well, he's not a good guy because the war is bad or whatever. But the reason why they're saying this is because I believe it was reported, I don't know if it ended up being true, but I believe it was reported that the reason why he was fired is because Gallant was like, was like telling them to heed, like they needed to be more cautious?
Cautious?
I was going to say cautious. They need to be more cautious when, I think it was like going back into, or it might have actually been him saying they shouldn't be using letting aid in or whatever as a way to fight against Hamas that's left in the Gaza Strip. And I think he got fired for that. That's what was reported at the time when she was saying this. So she wasn't just saying like, oh, Yoav Gallant is like such a great, awesome person and he's so good and blah, blah, blah. Like, that was the reason why she was saying this. But again, it's all just like sucked out of context. Like, it's fucking retarded. Destiny's very informed. He's just super bad faith on this topic. True, Jack. I am. Yes, I'm so bad faith.
fired him because they had a disagreement, and that's like so Trump code.
He was like a moderating voice in the war room.
Yeah.
Like, you're taking quotes from this guy, a complete siege on Gaza. I think these quotes that are coming here might have been like on October 7th. Like, I think that this might have literally been days after October 7th. I think, because I think some of these quotes I think got used by South Africa and their ICJ.
And I need more clips, obviously.
So it's like, but okay, good one, dude. Because this was over, like, this was years ago. Clearly that didn't happen. You didn't see a ton of people dying due to starvation or lack of electricity or whatever, right? So something clearly is not connecting here. This ended up not being the case, right? But
we have you on video attempting to portray the perpetrator of that genocide as some kind of beautiful, free, diverse, democratic state.
We're planning to go to Israel in June with my parents and all the kids. It's going to be such a great trip. And I'm actually really excited to go there. I want to show you guys.
You haven't been there in so long.
It's been a long fucking time. What I want to do is show you guys how I see Israel. Because you don't see that. When you listen to Hassan and you hear all these fucking mega lefties talking about it, like it's some super racist, like crazy, you know, like Jim Crow style of society. Like, I can't wait to show you guys how beautiful, how multicultural, how like free it feels for people, or just it's a beautiful place. It is. It's one of the most diverse places I've ever been.
These people all seem to believe that in order for someone to back a genocide, they need to like look into the camera and say, I support genocide, I think it's good, more of that please. And while we do have examples of certain parties to the conflict here doing just that, like Destiny and Asmongold,
I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's big.
Please quote my please quote
Mr.
the random
Tin.
comment I made like months before October 7th happened. Please, please let that be the video part. Please.
Into their laws
With West, by the way, there.
genocided.
Also, please just include the part where I say, fuck it, I'm pro-genocide, I guess. And then not the part afterward where I say, it seems like the conflict is incredibly intractable and it's not going to end until one side completely annihilates the other side. Please, 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 I'm edging myself right now to this.
Don't give a fuck. They're terrible people.
I'm pro-genocide.
Yes!
Like, it sounds really shitty, but like, I think that Israel should just drop its fucking board.
Okay, wait. You've got like 4 more words and then cut the clip. 4 more words and then cut the clip, please.
Orders about where it is now,
Okay.
and basically,
Careful.
Palestinians can go live in another place.
And then
The
cut
most
it.
common-
Yes! Oh, I come all over. Yes. Base.
an effective way to back a genocide doesn't look like that. Mainstream Western outlets don't say those Palestinian kids deserve to be killed. No, they say that some kids died when bombs dropped, that Israel says it was dropping on Hamas, which is a US designated terrorist organization. The mainstream Western media doesn't say that there are no innocent civilians in Gaza. They simply quote the death tolls as being reported by the Hamas, aka terrorist-run health ministry, and then report uncritically the IDF saying that most of them are soldiers, actually. And soldiers are terrorists, by the way, so who's to...
Destiny, the months before October 7th is the worst offense. The actual defense is it's not a serious statement. If it was serious, it would be bad at any point in time. No. The reason why I clarify that it was months before October 7th is, one, I mean, like, it was a half-serious statement. Like, but the full statement is that it seems like it's going to keep going until one side kills the other. So I guess somebody's going to genocide somebody, which was the full statement. But the reason why it's important to clarify it's before October 7th is because people cite that quote as though October 7th happened, and then my response was they should go genocide the Palestinians in response to October 7th.
There we go.
That's how that quote is presented as, and that's how most people take it as.
say what's actually true. The mainstream Western media doesn't say that Yemeni children deserve to die because they're all Houthi terrorists. They simply cite the Houthi-run health ministry, aka terrorist-run health ministry. So when the US and Saudi Arabia kill those children, it's a sad event in the overall morally righteous fight against terrorists.
Let's see if I can
Terrorism is bad,
fine-tune
remember,
this
and terrorists are the bad
filter.
guys. So if some kids died while they were going after terrorists, you know, I guess that's just war. We saw the same response of "No, I didn't" from Mutahar of the large YouTube channel Some Ordinary Gamers. When Hassan Piker shared my video on his Instagram story, Mutahar responded to this post writing, "I get watching other people's videos is all you're really good at, but try vetting out slander before promoting. I have never defended or backed the Israeli genocide on innocent Gazans, never will I ever." Following this, there was a bit of a back and forth. Hassan responded to Mutahar on Twitter, writing, "In your only video
What
on..."
did you say right after the cut? If somebody wants to find the original video or a clip, they can. But I'm pretty sure right after I basically say something along the lines of like, nah, I don't know, man. It's pretty hard. It just seems like both sides, though, are going to fight forever until some side kills the other.
Okay.
In which case, I guess I might prefer the Israeli side over the Palestinian side. I don't even know if I go as far as to say that. But basically, I'm just saying that like it feels like the conflict is intractable. Somebody can find it. Somebody has a clip of it somewhere.
On Gaza, you admit to not knowing about politics, you try to cover
All right, what about that?
Israel-Palestine as drama slop for a centrist audience, you defend Asmongold for his inferior cultures and genocide comment, then attack pro-Palestinian voices. Mutahar wrote back, "Yes, I do admit to not being an expert on the topic. I didn't cover it as a drama since it isn't one. Serious situations with dead people and attacks happening every day. I just don't downplay rapes and sugarcoat violent organizations like..."
Do the U.S. strikes even get any children in the most recent strikes on the Houthis? Last time it was 100% military basis, correct? Last time when the one big one that Biden did was literally on like missile installation things or whatever, and I think it was only military. I don't even know if a person died. If it was just like a couple militants, I think. But this last attack was in Sana'a, which is the capital city of North Yemen, with the Houthi-controlled Yemen. And I think 50 plus people died. It wouldn't surprise me if some civilians died in that because it's the capital city and everything. So I don't know.
Time for war.
You also didn't defend Asmin in vid. Later, Hassan wrote, "We were a year into the genocide here. This was your only video on the topic. It downplayed and ran defense for Asmongold's takes, while the bulk of your commentary revolved around how evil the pro-Palestinian streamers were from clips you compiled off of Snark Reddits." Mutahar's final response was, "It's almost as if the bulk of the comments..."
Does the fact that Israel receives so much support from Western governments make you sympathetic to the Palestinian cause? not in particular. Just because somebody receives more support, somebody else doesn't make me more sympathetic. I am sympathetic to the Palestinian cause, though. I'm sympathetic to the Israeli one as well. My big complaint about this, as it always has been and will always continue to be, is one of the biggest annoying fucking things about this is your rabid Zionists will always portray this as being way more simple than it actually is, and your rabid pro-Palestinians will always portray this as being more simple than it actually is. And these people involved here, Noah Samson and Hassan, are part of the problem, and is one of the reasons why the West should just fuck off from ever talking about this issue. It's not even that they portray it as being more simple, actually, and I'm incorrect when I say that. It's that they portray it as being more one-sided than it actually is.
Make the camp
both
bigger.
sides have their myths, their stories that they tell, and they conveniently leave out everything having
that's
to do
part
with
of my
justification of the
body.
other side's reasons for fighting, and that's just stupid.
Commentary matched what the video was titled and centered on.
Houthis are causing the crisis in Yemen, right? Am I losing my mind? I mean, like, they kind of are.
It looks
The reality
better.
is like, Yemen has been fucked for 100 years.
I think a wider one is
Yemen
better.
has had a lot of back and forth fighting for a long time. It's a fucked place. So, like, for instance, in 67, in the Six-Day War, when people say that Nasser didn't really want to fight, at least not at that point,
Shrink
it's
it
probably
a
true.
little
One of the
bit.
reasons why is Nasser had literally just committed tens of thousands of Egyptian troops fighting Yemen for other civil war and stuff that was happening down there. It's just, Yemen has just been a fucked place for a long time.
About Twitch allowing violent and unfiltered rhetoric from your camp on its platform, the clips were actually sourced from the creators who streamed them. So what do we make of this exchange? Well, first,
challenge this Noah retard to a global boy. So he had a conversation with Josh once that was so bad he vowed to never, ever, ever debate again. General plan. But the issue is that, like, he'll never talk to me because he thinks it'll be really aggressive. I don't have to be aggressive. I don't have what you want, but I don't mind actually doing back and forth video things like this. Although I'm a bit at a disadvantage because obviously we can take down the researcher's points and just respond live. However, I mean, if he never says anything of substance, so I imagine the conversation would be versus why do you call the Houthis the government of Yemen when it's not the globally recognized one? I don't know, because they've been controlling North Yemen for, what, a couple decades now, no? There's like, Yemen has been divided, I think, for a long time. There's North Yemen and there's South Yemen. South Yemen, I think, is the official, like, what people call Yemen, but it's not like Hezbollah in Lebanon, where Lebanon had a real government, a real capital city, like it was an actual country, and then Hezbollah came in and it started like fucking with shit and taking over parts of the territory. I think they started in the late 80s, early 90s, I think. But Yemen has always been divided and fucked. Yemen is just very fucked. At Destiny, I value your ability to deflate oversimplification from both sides on this, but are you concerned of being an enlightened centrist on this issue? The truth here isn't going to be middle. No, because when I say something is nuanced, or I say something is complicated, I will talk about why it's nuanced, and I will talk about why it's complicated. Most of the times when people say a thing is nuanced, they do that as a way to escape having any substantive conversation about the particular thing. I'll
Like saying it depends?
I didn't understand his video last time, so.
First, Mudahar denied covering the genocide as drama, but that's exactly what he did. He's never once uploaded a video covering this topic, except for when that covered...
Mudahar doesn't really do politics. I think right? I don't think he does. Or it's like more social commentary
too
stuff.
blaring.
I think the reason why Hassan
Let me see how
getting covered
Red
by him
does.
is because Hassan was doing stuff on streamer channels related to just like blatant terrorism coverage, which I think any reasonable person can recognize is a little bit fucked up.
It was filtered through a smear campaign that was making the rounds in the commentary community about
This is called a smear campaign, and I bet Noah's going to continue to say these things out of context. To this day, not a single Hassan slurper has ever been able to demonstrate any of the things that have ever been taken out of context, ever. All of them seem to be in context, and Noah himself is doing the same things as being a supporter of like terrorist groups, arguably. Now, if you want to make the argument that Hassan does sometimes, that, well, a terrorist-designated group can be anything, like the ANC and Nelson Mandela were terrorist-designated groups. Fine, that's based. I don't think that all U.S.-designated terror groups are necessarily like the worst thing in the world, or maybe you could even justify some other things. But to compare the ANC to fucking Hamas is ridiculous. It's a ridiculously stupid comparison. The ANC was not trying to eviscerate and remove all white people from South Africa, or intentionally targeting and killing as many civilians as they can, or inducing as much civilian death on their side as possible, or hijacking airplanes all over the world, or doing assassinations in Olympic events in Germany. Like, it's such a unbelievably fucking stupid comparison.
Content creator they all don't like. You know, Hassan Bad. He denies defending Asmongold in his video, once again making no effort to actually defend himself on that point. But that's also false. Mudahar whitewashed as—
Wait, Lonerbuck says apparently he live edited this video. Why would you set up your audience by telling them protests and divestments haven't worked and it's time to escalate, but not elaborate on what the escalation involves? Wait, I'm gonna play this on my speakers. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. One second.
People living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies, and the supply chains that are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, you know, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? Raising awareness, sure. Divestment, yeah, in some places. But really, politically, materially, nothing. Israel just killed the most children in its history in a single night with total impunity. A deafening silence among the Western media. If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, yes.
See, you can lay it out very easily, one sentence at a time. It's quite clear. We in the West have direct physical access.
Yeah, but he's doing the Jordan Peterson thing of leading you to the argument. Well, how do you escalate against a country that's doing genocide? What are you supposed to do next? Who knows? But he won't actually say it, you know? Whatever.
Asmongold's comments further than anyone else, really. He went so far as to change the content of what Asmongold actually said to make it seem like he wasn't talking about Palestinians when he was.
In this situation, one could, you know, if they were to extend the charitability, you could say that Asmongold was probably referring to extremists in the Islamic religion.
Even Asmongold himself admitted that that's what he said when he apologized. This is why he was banned. Now, whether Mudahar stands by this characterization of Asmongold's genocide—
To be clear, and trust me, I do not want to be fucking charitable to fucking Asmon stuff. And I don't know, somebody can go back and find my comments on it. I'm pretty sure I was critical of Asmongold's comments because they did reek of like Western cultural superiority, which I think you shouldn't do as part of the West. I think it's a bad habit that we do in the West. But Asmongold's argument was essentially, it was a misunderstanding, I think, of all of Islam, but his argument was basically, as long as there are people in Islam who think that it's part of their religion to kill all of us if we don't agree with them, then I think we can kill all of them. Fuck it, who cares? That was his argument. Now, there are a lot of issues with this argument, not the least of which is all people who are of the religious faith of Islam don't want to kill all people in the West. But I think that was the meat of his argument if you look into it. Not just that every single innocent Palestinian who doesn't want anything to do with war should be murdered. That, now, to be fair, what I'm giving you is this kind of charitable reading. I don't even know actually if I would say a charitable reading. That's clearly what Asmongold meant. He said as much.
Well, I think
but
he
still,
meant,
for a variety of reasons, especially with his audience.
He meant that they had a better, or Islam had a worse fundamental core tenet of going to war than like Judaism or Christianity.
And you have to be careful here too when you're Mudahar, because Noah is probably really, really, really jealous of the fact,
or at least a modern interpretation of it,
some sort of neurodivergency, so he can say he has ADHD or autism.
The Palestine side usually argues for war, I guess, more often than trying to work it out.
That, and the record shows this. His video is still uploaded on his channel. You can go watch it. Denying this seems to be just indicative of a lack of reflection on his part. Entirely predictable, but worth noting nonetheless. The "no, I didn't" defense is the expected response from—
They usually invoke jihad, holy war, and that's been happening for what, at least 25 years, something like that.
Spoke up, which was actually to attack pro-Palestine activists
I guess
with
more
bad faith
20
smears
years,
that
but—
originate from a community of openly—
Do you think that the sentiment of superiority is ban-worthy in your community? Like, would I ban somebody for it? If I see people making like Western culture is inherently superior to Eastern culture argument, I don't know if I ban for it. It depends on how they present it, but I usually discourage those arguments. I just think it's a very one-dimensional view of the world.
genocidal Zionists.
I'm pro-genocide. How does he manage to misunderstand everything? Is he stupid or intentional? I mean, it's an intentional propaganda strategy, but I mean, I'm sure to some extent he probably sincerely believes it because he's spent so much time doing this type of like propaganda. It's always hard for me to understand for these guys, like how intentional is it? I would say the fact that they avoid so heavily any sort of actual conversation about it makes me feel like it's a little bit more intentional. Because why are you so afraid of talking about it unless you know you're full of shit? But I don't know, that's terrible people.
Best of luck to you in your legal endeavors should you pursue them. I don't know how well that'll hold up, but have fun, I guess. In his last tweet, Mutahar seems to deny his participation in the smear campaign, writing, "The clips were sourced from the creators who streamed them. This is false." Mutahar did not source these clips from Hassan's stream. He sourced these clips directly from the smear website. He cited the website out loud and said, "Go check it out, guys."
There's a website known as DanClancySucks.com where it goes through a
the CPU making process could be its own expansion in Factorio. There's like 400 steps in making a CPU, if not more. It's crazy, dude.
More about...
I can't believe they simplified it.
Pro-America's enemies versus anti-America is generally how it comes through. Now, in order to appeal to a wider base of people, MLs will try to make these claims that Israelis are white. That's a very big ML, or it's a very big like pro-Pali calling card that you say things like, these Jews need to go back to New York, these Jews need to go back to Europe, these Jews don't belong here. The reason why you're saying that is because you're trying to make the claim that these Jews are of white European origin anyway, they don't even belong in the Middle East, they're not from here. Now the reality is most Jews are of Middle Eastern descent because they fled there after the Israeli War of Independence because they were getting pogromed and shit and they didn't want to be in these other Arab countries. So most of the Jews that are there today are not white Jews, or of the Ashkenazi descent. They're, I always mix up Sephardic and Mizrahi. One of these is a religious thing and one of these is ethics, sorry, ethnicity. What is ML? ML is Marxist Leninist.
Emphasis on the Nazi.
Colloquially as tankies. These are the hardcore like commie people that like hate the West. So like Hassan is like a tanky. He's an ML Marxist.
Yeah, that giant that popped up.
The site is a compilation of out-of-context clips and
I can
arguments
finally switch
Palestine.
A's.
Right, Sephardic equals from Spain. But what am I thinking of? What are the two I'm looking for? Mizrahi versus... Okay, it is Mizrahi Jews is what I'm thinking of. Sorry, okay.
Creators that openly embraces the support of genocidal Zionist organizations like the ADL and genocidal Zionist politicians like Richie Torres.
Why do they call them tankies? 1952? Was it the Hungarian Revolution?
Yeah, checking Hungarian.
1956. When this revolution happened, in order to quash it, I think that the USSR...
Yeah, the Soviets went with
by basically rolling tanks in, and they were literally like running people over and killing civilians that were trying to protest the government there that I think was basically a puppet of the Soviet Union. And then the people that supported this, I think this is where the term tanky comes from, is yeah.
And then they did the same thing with Crimea.
All of these allegations originate is that of a content creator who says things like this.
He is interviewing the guy who's about to go do... Oh, even Noah's bought into the Destiny is the origin of fucking every bad thing. Yes, it is me. Yes. Hello. Hello, welcome. It is me, the origin of every single bad thing ever, by the way.
Is that of a content creator who says things like this.
He is interviewing the guy who's about to go do some shit to get himself killed, basically. That's what's gonna happen. We know from this point, that's what's gonna happen. So he walks away, gets back a little bit, and then he sets up behind this thing, right? Is this concealment, I guess? Not cover, concealment, right? Because I think the tank's over here. So now he can capture the footage right here. He sees the guys walking, knowing that they're about to get shot, because that's what's gonna happen. And then eventually they get shot and everything is, this is it. This is like act 1, 2, and 3. It's like all here. Yep. Now this guy is down.
Holy
He's
cinema.
dead. These guys are like, bring in the family. Bring in the wife. They're not even running. They're not even like cowering and running away and screaming in fear. They're like, okay, well, they did it. We got our shots. Okay, is this guy done? Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, we brought the white flag so we can put that over the bleeding part, assuming he got shot and is actually right.
And then this guy, what is this guy running back to grab the wife? Yep.
By this stage, the
There we
man's
go.
wife, his widow, has heard what happened.
And then, like, what does this mean? The wife has heard what happened. Like, bro, this is crazy. I'm sorry. The tracking live movement shot of the lady running up to her dead husband? Like, what is this?
I love touching my face. I don't know.
Wife, his widow, has heard what happened.
Somebody went back and told her,
That's
right?
right.
The 5 martyrs that walked forward, your
Pulling
husband was the
hair,
unlucky guy.
touching
You
face.
drew the short stick today, so come forward, cry for us on camera. Do you think the guy intentionally wanted to get killed? No, I don't think he wanted to die. I don't think they thought. I don't think they were
get shot at.
thinking they were going to die, but they probably were hoping to get shot at, or maybe. So you're saying the woman was acting? I don't think the woman was acting. She probably was sincerely sad. Her husband got fucking killed. But I think they were farming TikTok clips. I mean, remember, these people...
They do.
These people... I mean, these people actually, like, have suicide bombers. So it's not that big of a stretch to imagine that they would be willing to get shot. However, now, I haven't gone down this road because this is way more... It
Conspiratorial.
required me to make a lot more assumptions. But it's also possible he didn't get shot. Right? Now, do we know the name of the guy? Is he actually dead? Do we even know if this is his wife? These are a whole bunch of questions that would be valid. Now, if I was way more on the pro-Zionist side, I would be asking those questions. Who is this guy? Do we even know if he's actually fucking dead? Like, we don't actually see the wound.
Is that
they
his
don't have any
wife?
problem showing anything else. Like, why just the white flag so that it can look all bloody? Like, show us the actual gunshot. You have no problem showing other violence, right? What Pallywood means is that...
And the comparison for that is, remember that one strike in the Rafah camp before they did their invasion, but they moved everybody north first? The people were literally shaking headless babies in front of the camera. It's like, holy fuck, bro. Jesus Christ.
You're capturing intentional video footage to sell a certain narrative about what's going on, basically. So Pallywood might be, this, right? So the idea is that like 4 innocent civilians are like walking up and you just want like a clip here of the IDF shooting them for no reason because they're civilians with white flags. And you kind of ignore the fact that like, okay, well, they're in a battle zone in an area they were told to evacuate from, and they're going back to try to release somebody that was captured. Like that's like Pallywood, I think. You're essentially provoking the enemy to take what is largely a justified action and then trying to say that it's like indiscriminate civilian
Because the area that those guys, I don't know if anybody wants to find the story, but the things that those 4 guys wanted to go up and talk to the IDF about in an area that they were already told they couldn't go in was because one of the guy's brothers had been captured by the IDF and they didn't like that, so they were going to go talk to them and tell them to release his brother, which is in the middle of the war zone is like obviously fucking stupid. But again...
What's going on with that Hawk Tua chick? She going to jail?
Anywho, do I get a phone call?
The Hawk Tua girl. No one knows.
Okay, please stop. I already made the mistake of clicking on this goddamn channel. So cringe. Why is this muted? Oh, because I had to tap mute.
Other people, like the slightly homeless guy, Shenzo, 26 streams for 3,500 is crazy.
Wait, that's actually bad.
That's not good.
Wait.
Yeah, because he's non-tent and he doesn't want toxic chatters.
Yeah, and other people, like the slightly homeless guy.
Bro, that shit pissed me the fuck off.
He said with 780 average, he got 22K. But
That
that's what Chenzo averages.
Yeah.
And he gets 3,400.
No chat interaction, that's why. Damn, dude, you get real boned.
Stock way down. This is my last stream.
I guess that's how the counterbots. So you gotta
jump
step
up,
up your game.
fucking
Dude, I think we should just get half-hand joints at once.
Wait, did it say here?
Cut out again. Okay.
Sir, are we standing next to a
Why does it keep
marijuana
going
store
up
by
to
chance?
3K?
Over here? All right, thank you.
Wait, what? It's a liquor store. Oh, no.
Liquor and weed?
Yeah. It is.
That was tuning. What does that even mean?
think we should just get half and joints at once. Right.
Wait, did it say here? Sir, are we standing next to a marijuana store by chance? Over here? All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam might go live. I don't know if he's going live though.
Faster. Sam go live. Fuck.
What? Did they? No, whatever, dude. Bro, he's never leaving this dock.
There's no cleats though, that's the thing. This is not the same setup as last night, bro. Or the other night. Like, I could tie from the back cleat to here and keep it. I don't know. I don't know how to do this.
Built the boat, by the way.
A hoax.
What?
Because we had to divert access to your location.
Yeah, but
We are now investigating and trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So who's the one that actually said that you were taking on water? Because I heard from your live stream that you hit 3 pilots inside the marina.
you heard from our live stream where you tuned in?
That's regardless. What did you hit 3 things going on the
Hi.
marina?
Hold on, the Coast Guard is pulling up on me right now. Should I just talk to them? Yeah, I'm good. What was that?
Oh my god, that's so cringe.
Why does it say Ceto? I'm not stuck. No. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm live streaming, so I think it's like it's a false call. It's like a prank call. Yeah, it's a random viewer. Sorry about that.
But he's never leaving this dock. Okay, no, he did leave it. Why did he leave it? So he just rented a boat, I guess. He didn't build it at all. Because if it broke down on him, he wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
Guard have been watching intently. You passed our inspection with flying colors. Now don't forget the SpaghettiOs. We tracked the caller down. He's going to have a very sore asshole for the next 5 years.
Literally saved by a donut. He has no content. Or charge tent, that's what he has. He has charge tent.
Can I get naked though?
Hey guys, we're going on a national bikini tour.
Can I watch this?
And we're looking for
Yeah?
2 oil boys who can grease us up before each competition.
Oh, can I be the oil boy? Oh, it's a movie. It's Dumb and Dumber. Ah.
You're so dumb.
Wait, I'm dumb. That makes me look dumb as fuck.
Yeah, it does. Jim Carrey's a legend, dude.
So they didn't use
there's a foreign policy analysis, or I'm sorry, an international humanitarian law analysis where you would say like an enemy combatant trying to attack a border, for instance, would be likely to be shot, right? In a policing thing, you can't shoot at somebody for trying to cross a border. For law of armed conflict, well, if the other person appears to be enemy combatant and they're attacking your border and they're trying to sneak through, you can shoot them. So this was the form of analysis. This was the legal analysis. Somebody can let the unit go. I'm not going over the whole thing on the stream. But this is the legal analysis that the UN engaged in order to say that all of these deaths. Oh, actually, you can see it as part of it here. So the Convention on the Rights of the Child protects children's rights to life, peaceful assembly, expression, and the highest attainable standard of health, among other rights. The Commission found reasonable grounds to believe that Israel violated those rights when its forces used lethal force against children who did not pose an imminent.
Okay, I'm gonna end now. We'll see what the audio is. If red is acceptable or not. It might be blown out.